Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa kabar teman-teman semuanya? Semoga dalam keadaan sehat walafiat. Amin ya. Kali ini saya mau mereaksi sebuah video dari Max Chernov ya, tentang seorang ekspatriat perempuan yang 3 tahun tinggal di Indonesia dan 4 tahun tinggal di Malaysia, KL, Kuala Lumpur. Ya, dan dia sekarang di Kuala Lumpur ya, dan dia bercerita, ditanya, di interview, lebih suka mana jika dibandingkan Indonesia dengan Malaysia. Dan ini adalah videonya, nanti kita komen di akhir video ya. Kita simak videonya, gasken.
Main thing what I love in Malaysia is love food, addicted with food. I love to eat, so every one of them are having so much fun to take me to all those local shops, and I really enjoy it. The food is great.
Meet Laura, an Estonian who lived in Indonesia for 2 years before moving to Malaysia, where she's been for 3 years now. Laura shared why Indonesia offers
2 years in Indonesia and 3 years in Kuala Lumpur.
better customer service than Malaysia, the cost of living a good life in Kuala Lumpur, and tips on making friends with Malaysians. I'm Max Chernov, just from across the bridge. Let's go.
This is the latest statement of State of Heart.
Yeah,
yes, I think it's not ready yet, really fully, but it's apparently 106 stories tall, which is almost Burj Khalifa. Like really,
it's the second tallest.
Second tallest in the region, yeah. Then we have those fantastic Petronas towers there, showing a little bit on the side, so you can't really kind of see the full 2 towers.
What would be your advice to someone who moved to here?
Just come and enjoy the ride. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to fall in love in KL and have very good time here. I think it's really welcoming city for foreigners. If you go to the city center, you would get some sense of like you have sidewalks, you have different bars and restaurants, you have nice buildings. Let's say we talk about accommodations as per se, right? You have everything included in your condo, which you would never get in Europe. So you can have really, really good life here with affordable price, very reasonable price compared to Jakarta, for example.
KL is cheaper?
Yes, with property-wise.
For property.
I think at least 30 to 40% it's higher in there, in Jakarta.
What would be the monthly budget for, like, let's say, for one person or for 2 person, for a couple, like roughly?
I would say you can get by, it's going to be super whatever number right now. I'm just thinking roughly. It's really a rough number.
Yeah.
Think around 1,500 euros would be really enough.
For one?
Can be 2, yeah, because
you can squeeze in the second one.
Yeah, because basically, like you would split split the cost of living and let's say accommodation, and you eat out, let's say, a lot. This is like, when you're splurging, I would say. So and you go buy a lot of groceries and then leave them to rot in your fridge, then you would go 5,500, I think. If you're just, let's say, 2 singles or let's say without kids or family.
How's your social circle look like in KL?
I would say 70% local, 30% expat. I guess it's when you move to another country, it's always easier to get along with other expats because you would be able to share whatever troubles you go through. But some reason, when I moved here, I had 2 friends, both of them were local. They were actually acquaintances. And then they put me in touch with 1-2 people, and then I developed my circle. Within 1 month. I was really lucky because it was also COVID time, so it wasn't really welcoming for social gatherings and socializing. Main thing what I love in Malaysia is I love food. Addicted with food. I love to eat, so every one of them are having so much fun to take me to all those local shops, and I really enjoy it. The food is great.
What's your favorite Malaysian food? Let's say top 3 favorite Malaysian food.
I do love satay. Okay, the Malacca satay.
It's okay.
Really love it. Because it's confusing in a way because it's also in Indonesia, right? So it's
also in Singapore.
True. Fish head curry is also in Indonesia, so it's kind of really hard, right? I can never say no to a good banh mi.
Chinese one.
That.
Iklan.
Selamat datang di pameran elektronik terbesar 2024.
that area is my favorite. There you can see there's the local kind of central market, the blue one there.
Yeah.
And that area is Chinatown.
Yeah, I just came from there.
Yeah, it's great.
Architecture is like so nice.
And so good food places as well. I mean, walking around there, like discovering small handcraft shops, and I really love to go to those kind of local crafteries and shops there where you can see how they make it their own hands, and it's really cool.
If you compare like your life 2 years in Indonesia and 3 years in Malaysia, what's like the biggest differences, let's say?
I think the biggest difference is that here's a much calmer life for me. It's much more, like, a lot more structured. Things work in certain ways you get it along. In Indonesia, it was, I love to call it as beautiful madness. It's like, it's really nice and really great, but there's always those little tweaks in there where you need to wrap your brain around how things actually work. And then you need to kind of get to know the local ways to survive.
Like what? Can you give an example?
Well, for example, how to get around in Jakarta. If you are meeting up with friends, then you better just dress up so that you can grab a motorbike, because going with a car will take you an hour and a half. So with motorbikes is your way of travel, for example. Gojek, they call it. It was quite fun. And then at the end of those years, I had my own Gojek jacket as well that I usually just grab and put it on.
Do you think that life in KL is easier than life in Jakarta?
No.
No? What? Oh.
I think life in Indonesia is much more convenient. Let's say in terms of services and everything. Like if we go to vanities, right? So you can order everything inside. You can have your nails done, massage done, everything comes to your home, and it's all with one app, and it's very
service oriented.
Very service oriented, and you have locals who are serving you, and really, like, that's really convenient. But let's say the quality of life, I might say Malaysia will beat a bit.
The quality of life, you mean?
Like that the air is clean, and the water is not that poisonous as it is in Indonesia.
You mean drinking water?
Like tap water. Like, I mean, whether you wash your hair and everything.
Can you drink tap water
here? In here, I think technically you can, but no one does. That's at least what I know. So I don't drink tap water, but at least I don't. I'm not afraid to
like
brush my teeth with it, right? But if I would do this in Indonesia, I would get seriously sick. By the years, like if you're gonna be there for 5, 6, 7 years, you develop those resistances, resistance to some of those the most common terms. But if you go as a freshman from Europe, then might be a bit tough, tricky. Should be really careful.
What about people? Like if you compare Indonesians and Malaysians?
I think very similar. Both are so warm and such welcoming. In Malaysia, what I love about here is you get so many different cultures together. Really, like you have Chinese and Malay culture, Indian culture, and you have those expat groups, and it's really like distinctive, and you can experience it all. And Indonesia, they are just the sweetest, most welcoming people you can ever have. When I moved to Jakarta, then I lived in a very local kind of, they call it kos-kosan. I had a room without the window. And then,
without the window.
Without the window, but I had cleaning every day, plus laundry done. That was something also very different, right? But the kos-kosan, which is like a, how to say, like a place where you rent the room, basically. And then it's run by ibu-ibu, who is the person who takes care of the whole thing while people are there. So we got to cook together. I showed her my recipes. She showed me how to cook Indonesian dishes, helped me around, but we didn't speak same language, right? So it was me trying with my Bahasa Indonesia that I needed to pick up really fast as well to live there, and she trying a little bit with English, and that's how we lived.
Do you use Bahasa in Malaysia?
Yeah, in here I use Bahasa Indonesia. And sometimes get by, but I'm not really well versed with Bahasa Melayu yet.
Is it very different?
Not too different, as they say. I haven't kind of digged into that language that much. It's very many words are the same, the basics are the same, so that's how I can get by.
And people like how Malaysians react when you start speaking Bahasa Indonesia?
Oh, they're like, wow, bisa bahasa Melayu. Wow. Very sweet, very sweet. And they start to talk to you even more in Bahasa Melayu, and then I can also catch it because I can understand a little bit more than I can speak. And then I just try to put those words together, and it's really cool. And then it comes to speak Chinese, to speak Tamil. I'm like, no, let's hold it there.
Yeah. And this is the KL Central.
Yeah, this is the main
Central.
station.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go to airport from here
Yeah. All right.
and fly off.
I just today, first time I fly to the second one. Was not the main airport?
KLAA 2, right?
No.
Oh, that is in the city center, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Subang.
Subang. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. It's a time saver.
Exactly.
So
I'm
basically,
thinking to
it's
say
a
the same.
tiny airport. It's like I spent maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the border crossing was super fast. I was
Yes.
like, oh wow.
I know I'm gonna do that whenever I'm gonna come to Singapore. I'm gonna do that. But how was the plane? Like, I mean, it's with the propellers.
Yeah.
Right?
They're super tiny.
Super
Yeah,
tiny.
Super tiny. Yeah.
I feel like I go Helsinki, Estonia line is the same with like the small propellers.
Yeah, with propellers. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is KL. Welcome,
Cool.
everyone. Come and check it out. Check it out.
Thank you.
You're such a kind and enjoyable person. Thanks so much for deciding to watch more videos on my channel. I like you a lot.
Oke guys ya, sebelum saya kasih komentar, boleh di subscribe dulu ya. Thank you very much yang sudah subscribe ya. Saya pernah ke Kuala Lumpur 2 kali ya. Pertama langsung ke Kuala Lumpur nonton F1. Dulu masih ada F1 di sirkuit Sepang. Sekarang udah nggak ada lagi ya karena rugi katanya. Terus yang kedua nonton MotoGP, masuknya dari Singapura tapi ya, dari Johor Bahru, dari Singapura ke Kuala Lumpur ya. Dan emang di Kuala Lumpur ya, terutama saya soroti Kuala Lumpur itu lebih nggak macet yang pertama, udaranya lebih bersih betul. Dan ya itu lebih mix ya, secara kultural ya, ada orang pekerjaannya kebanyakan orang India, Pakistan, ya kayak gitu-gitu. Dan ekspatnya tadi dibilang kan sama si Laura ya, itu dari mix kulturnya ekspatnya tuh lebih variasi ya daripada di Indonesia. Yang menarik si Laura 2 tahun di Indonesia, 3 tahun sekarang sudah 3 tahun di Malaysia, tapi dia malah bisanya bahasa Indonesia, bukan tidak bisa bahasa Melayu walaupun akarnya sama ya. Saya pernah ke KL Central, Central Market, pernah ke Petronas, pernah ke Johor Bahru lewat doang ya. Pernah ke sirkuit Sepang, International Circuit, nonton F1 dan nonton MotoGP ya. Dan yang saya ingat itu KLIA, itu slangnya untuk orang Malaysia itu bukan KLIA, bahasa Indonesianya kan KLIA, bahasa Inggrisnya KLIA. Cuma slangnya kalau orang Malaysia bilang bukan KLIA, tapi kelai gitu ya guys ya. Nah, dia juga si Laura pernah tinggal di kos-kosan di Indonesia. Dia bilang tadi property wise biaya hidup di Jakarta lebih mahal dari Kuala Lumpur, 30-40%. Wow. Mungkin kalau secara apple to apple ya, dari antara kondominium satu dengan kondo atau apartemen di Malaysia atau dengan apartemen di Indonesia dengan yang selevel itu lebih murah di KL. Baru tahu saya nih. Saya pikir lebih murah di Jakarta ya. Ternyata enggak. Untuk daerah-daerah tertentu mungkin expensive ya. Ya. Oke. Dan memang lebih tertib ya guys ya. Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur itu orangnya lebih tertib ya. Jadi begini, pernah ada lagi di KL ya, lagi di Masjid Jame waktu itu deket di pusat Kuala Lumpur. Ada jalan kosong, ada taksi berhenti. kiri kanan kosong, berhenti kan. Ini ada mobil pribadi di belakangnya nih. Set kan. Ini kanan kosong, saya mau nyebrang kan, kanan kosong. Tapi si mobil pribadi ini nggak mau nyalip begini, nggak mau nyalip begini ke apa taksinya, nggak mau begitu. Dia nungguin sampai taksinya jalan, dia baru jalan. Kalau di Jakarta nggak ada begitu, men. Orang Jakarta tuh buat sat set sat set gitu. Yang memang lebih beautiful madness ya, beautiful madness. Kalau di Jakarta, ya itu kalau di Kuala Lumpur. Orangnya lebih tertib ya, saya akui, saya akui. Untuk urusan itu orang Malaysia lebih mantap, gitu. Nah kalau dibandingkan sama Singapura, Singapura boring ya, sangat boring ya, kaku Singapura. Indonesia, Jakarta semrawut, Singapura terlalu kaku, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur ya ada di tengah-tengah. Gitu guys ya, kali ini reaksi video kali ini semoga bermanfaat. Kita mengenal budaya satu sama lain. Jangan lupa subscribe dan komen yang baik-baik. Oke, assalamualaikum. Sampai jumpa di lain kesempatan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.